Once again, it's time for Impact Moment right here on DCTV. Hi, I'm Alvin Jones, and today it is my pleasure to have on with me Craven Rand. He is with the Friends of the National Arboretum. Craven, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Alvin. How about yourself?
I'm enjoying life, and you know what? Myself, and I'm sure other folks who are watching, love the National Arboretum. But let's talk about the Friends of the National Arboretum. You are the organization that makes sure things that are needed for the Arboretum get done. Let's talk about that.
Sure. Well, thank you for the opportunity, Alvin. I would tell you, Friends of the National Arboretum is the primary nonprofit partner of the National Arboretum. We help the Arboretum do some things they might not normally be able to do as a federal institution. We support them. We support their mission of science and research. We support them financially, obviously, and then we have programming that we have at the Arboretum that supports them as well. Something that we're quite proud of is our youth programming, which is focused on the Washington Youth Garden that is actually at the Arboretum, and it's celebrating the 50th anniversary this year. So we have kids come out to the Arboretum and learn about how to grow plants, the environment. We really do everything we can to educate kids about everything that goes on at the Arboretum and about food and nature as well. And again, we're proud of that programming. And we do that at the Arboretum, focused on again, at the Washington Youth Garden, which is a 1-acre garden right there on the grounds of the Arboretum.
Now, when it comes to a location like the Arboretum, it is, from what I understand, under the Department of Agriculture. There are some things that that are done at this Arboretum that aren't done at other Arboretums?
Correct. Arboretum, the mission is again focused on science and research. There's obviously many arboretums across the country, but I think the science and research work that we do at the Arboretum really sets us apart from others. Plus, it's the nation's Arboretum. It's 442 acres in Washington, D.C. and Northeast. It's 1% of all the land there. And again, I think we're unique in a lot of ways, but the science and research is probably the thing that sets us apart.
Let's talk about some of the statistics and information that you are able to produce with your research. Like I said, your organization supports the Arboretum, but you also support getting information not only about azaleas, but all types of plants, and how this, let us know how that helps the whole country, because you are under the Department of Agriculture.
Sure. So we do our best to educate not only our members at Friends of the National Arboretum, but the public at large. And we do that through a number of different ways. The programming I mentioned is certainly part of that, but our communication strategy is a big part of that too. So we share through social media. We have newsletters that we send out to our members and the general public. And then the people we work with are programming as well, whether it be teachers, students. We want to make sure we're sharing the work of the Arboretum with all of them. And we're quite proud of that. Again, about 600,000 people come to the Arboretum each year. And while we might not touch all of them, we want to make sure that everyone that interacts with the Arboretum in one way, shape, or form is aware of the great work they do at the Arboretum and the Department of Agriculture.
Now, I know that at the Arboretum there are columns that everybody who's been there has to go to. They're like drawn to it. Tell us about the history of those columns.
Well, the columns are actually original Capitol columns from the east front of the Capitol. And I guess we're doing some renovation of the Capitol. I believe it was back in the early 1900s. They took the columns out, and for a long time they stayed in storage until probably sometime in the early 1990s, when some individuals from Friends of the National Arboretum decided that it would be a great addition to the National Arboretum. So through consultation with the architect of the Capitol, we were able to bring those columns out there. And it's kind of become a symbol of the National Arboretum. And whenever you mention the Arboretum to people, a lot of the times the response is, oh, that's where the columns are. And it gives you a great vista of the Arboretum with the columns out there. And we're actually proud that FONA participated in bringing them there, but we're proud that they're there now and that people get to enjoy them.
Let's also talk about some of the successes that you guys have had as the Friends of the National Arboretum. What are some of the things? I know you talked about the youth garden. But let's talk about some other things, because I'm sure you got plenty, and we've just got a little more time. So I just want to give you a chance to add some more of the successes that. Do you guys go by FONSA? Is that?
We go by FONA.
FONA. Okay, yeah, because yeah, Friends of the National Zoo is FON, so you guys will be FONA. Yes.
There you go. Well, obviously, we're proud of the work we do at FONA. The Washington Youth Garden programming is a big part of that, but also we work to support the Arboretum in other ways too. We advocate for them with the federal government. We have done a great job over the years of bringing additional funding to the Arboretum. I would tell you there's a couple of good examples of that. One, we worked with our both on the federal side and the legislative side to bring over $2 million to the Arboretum to fund a new fence project for the Arboretum to keep the deer out. We need to make sure that the collections are preserved, and the deer coming in can damage those. So we have secured federal funding for the fence project. Also, we're able to get some discretionary funding for the director of the Arboretum to improve the Arboretum in general. But something we've done lately, which really will pay dividends down the road for the future of the Arboretum, is we worked with the Arboretum to create the new core framework of the master plan for the Arboretum and submit and present to the Commission on Fine Arts and the National Capital Planning Commission. Now, the Arboretum could have done that on their own, but we were able to help them do that a little faster, more efficient, and get the plan to those government bodies to get approval for that. And we helped raise the money for it. We managed the engagement with the landscape architect that designed the master plan for us, and then we helped present it to the Commission on Fine Arts and the National Capital Planning Commission as well. So we're proud of that, and that will sort of chart the course for the future of the Arboretum and for FONA as well. And I think you'll see improved access for the Arboretum. You'll see improved visitor flow, the visitor experience, and we'll give the Arboretum better facilities down the road to conduct that research and scientific activities.
Well, Craven, thank you for coming on, because I'm a person who enjoys the Arboretum, and now I know why the National Arboretum is doing so well. It's because of you and the great folks at FONA, the Friends of the National Arboretum. Thank you for coming on Impact Moment.
Thank you, Alvin, for the time. We appreciate the opportunity.
All right, and you know you're going to see me out there real soon, because I love that place.
We hope to. Yes, sir.
All righty. For Impact Moment, I'm Alvin Jones, and we bring it to you all right here on DCTV.